WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I have something from the Maltman, single malt Scotch whisky, Craigellachie, yay, 12-year-old, distilled January 2009, bottled April 2021, wood finish Amarone finish. Ooh. Cask number 8, bottles 294, 52.5%. And the Maltman belongs to the Meadowside Blending Company Limited in Glasgow, Scotland. I and my people here in Germany recommended this as an independent bottler for the online Scotch Whisky Awards from Ralphie and also from Roy. Unfortunately, other people did not also like it, or they liked other things much, much more. I think Maltmen are doing very, very good things normally. All right. Now, Craigellachie is a little bit of a special distillery. Their original bottlings, which I'm going to use as a comparison. The 17-year-old is my favorite. I love the 17-year-old. I love the 13-year-old. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Unfortunately, all right, most of the independent bottlings of Craigellachie are, just put it lightly, crappy. They're hardly ever, if at all, up to par with the original bottlings. Why? Well, maybe Craigellachie, Bacardi owns them. They only give away bad barrels. Could actually be. I don't know. This actually here is Whiskybase 186487, 75 euros over here. And it says here on the back, finished for 11 months in an Amarone barrel from the Nadali cooperage. I have no idea what the Nadali cooperage is. Amarone is a region of northern Italy. They take the grapes and they let them actually shrivel up to almost raisins on the branches, and then they put these shriveled up raisiny type of things up into an attic, let them dry even more, and they make wine out of it. A dark, sweet, almost like a Pedro Jimenez, which is a Spain only thing, and the Amarone is a Italy only thing. And they're in cask, and it's one of the big new things that have been used by a lot of different independent bottlers, as well as some German distilleries at the moment. So it says here the nose has some hints of wine and red berries. Let's check this on the nose. Now, the first thing I get in the nose is, what's that? I don't know. This is not really my cup of tea, to be honest. I love the Craigellachie type of meaty sulfur light. I call it, I'm licking a copper wire moment. This is different. This is not licking a copper wire. This is almost like yucky new make, trying to fight with a finish that it doesn't actually lose or win. This is like a Rocky Balboa versus someone else here, and they're just hitting each other, and they're both almost knocked out on the floor. This is not a wonderful, wonderful malt, in my personal opinion. Now, I have a few theories here. Now, Donald Hart, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you received a cask that was very inactive. Third or fourth fill bourbon cask. It might have even been in hogsheads. Who knows? Yeah, and so what you do is you go, I don't know what to do with this. I can't sell it, at least to the consumer the way it is. It's not going to be considered a very, very delicious whiskey. Let's finish it. And so you have an Amarone cask. Aroma cask is using a barrique. A barrique is about 225 liters. Maybe you actually have two Craigellachie casks that you can put together in there and you fill them up. And then you wait the 11 months and you go, ooh, it's got a lot of color. Look at the color here. You can really see the redness here, and a little bit different than the Craigellachie. And it's 52.5%, non-chill filter, no color added. And you kind of go, all right, what am I going to do now? I can throw it away, maybe get some of my taxes back, but the purchase price, no, not an option. I can sell it to a different broker. Craigellachie Amarone Cask sells, why not? Hey, here's a barrel for 4,000 to 5,000 euros. Here you can have it. You can do whatever you want to with it. I would have chosen that path, to be honest. Or you could bottle it. You can sell it. Now, the only thing is I'm a fan of the Maltman independent bottling brand. And so far, almost everything they put out, I've particularly liked. Don't like this one. So you've actually gone down one or two little slots in my ranking. Why? Because you bottled something that I do not think is adequate for the brand Maltman. I think this should have been passed over, given to someone else, and then that would have been their problem. Now, it could have been that Daniel Hart loved this whiskey. He tried it and was like, oh, this is one of the best whiskeys ever. Bottle it. And I look at it and I go, oh, this is one of the least favorite whiskeys I've ever had from Maltman, if not the least. Why? And that's my problem here. Now, I am going to drink this, add some water, and then give my opinion. All right, so cheers. It's got a really herbal, I'm going to use the word not nice, nasty is what I wanted to say, moment in here. It's very concentrated. It's almost like a concentrated type of, like almost like a bouillon cube. Those where you put it when you make your soups and your gravies and so on. It's so concentrated that I really can't get this whiskey. At least I can't at this moment. So I'm going to take the 52.5%, try to take it down to 43, 45%, and see what happens here. All right, cheers. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. I took it down to about 38% instead of 45, sorry. This whiskey gets much better with water. That concentrated yuckiness turns into a caramel type of moment. On the nose, you get red berries immediately. I mean, that red berry moment is there, all right? So on the nose, some hints of wine and red berries. Hints. It's like a punch in the nose. The palate is honeyed with spiced ginger and nutmeg, some toffee, absolutely, and green apple coming through. They don't come through at 52.5%. They do come through at 40 to 43%. So what I would have done is I would have sold this barrel to a broker and said, hey, try it yourself. But hey, if you take it down to 43%, you're going to get a fairly decent whiskey. Craigellachie, 43%, more bottles, you get a better price, sales value for your price you paid for the barrel. Everyone's happy. I don't have to worry about it. Good. It's good. It's not that red apple, that red caramel, as a caramel on a red apple, like at a fair. That Amarone is there. Everything kind of pushes into the right place at 40, 43%. But at 52.5%, no thank you. This is a D whiskey, D plus whiskey at cask strength. With water, it's a C, almost going up to a C plus. Now, I personally feel that 75 euros is a tad much for a 12-year-old independently bottled whiskey from Craigellachie. All right. But I'm still not used to the prices. Every once in a while, you get a gem, a 16-year-old for 59 euros, and it's beautiful. And then you get a 12-year-old that's not beautiful, and you really have to work with it at 52.5%, and it's 75 euros. It's 80 euros, 100 euros, and you're kind of like, I'm not really sure. And this is a problem. All right. So, at the moment in Whiskybase, there's a lot of people giving this not great scores. I have a 77, 79, 79, 82, and then a couple people with 85s and 86s. So it's an 81 on average. And it's still in over 15 different shops here in Germany. It's sitting on the shelves. No one's buying it. It's been out now since June 2021. We now have October. It's been, people have asked, hey, how is that Craigellachie Amarone? It's like, oh, don't, man. It's not really worth it. It's not worth it for the value for money. I'm still going to give it a D for value for money. The taste with water, it's going to be a C, almost maybe a C plus, but it's very, very unique. If I had 75 euros laying around in my pocket, what would I buy? Definitely the Craigellachie 17. All right, this is a fantastic, marvelous whiskey. The only thing that bothers me is the massive change of batch color. I've had light straw and I've had brown. Now I have a very dark bottle. They're all good. There are slight changes, variations in the batches here. Craigellachie, if you could have a little bit more consistency in the colors without adding artificial coloring, that'd be fantastic. I know it has a lot to do with the cask management. Maybe there was a switch in the different sherry casks that are used. This is good. This is very good. I like this. Yummy, yummy, yummy. If you've never tried the Craigellachie 13 or the 17, try them both. I like them both. This, as I said, D without water, C with water, maybe a C plus on a good day, but still the value of money is a D. Question of the week, or question of the day. What is your favorite whiskey that has an Amarone cask finish or even a full maturation? Amarone, the red wine from North Italy, around the area between Venice and Milano. Yeah, Milan. That's up in that area, way, way on the top. Very, very, very dry, very, very strong red wine. But the casks are being used by many, at least in German independent bottlers, Scotch Universe, or Best Dram, the old friend, as well as even some distilleries. St. Kilian, batch number 2. Signature edition number 2 had the Amarone cask, and people loved it. They're doing good stuff there with Amarone. I have a Amarone cask as well that I had, a private cask, a 30-liter cask that we filled up. Yummy, yummy, yummy stuff. Yeah, but what other people are using Amarone? What can you recommend, and what should I try? Thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you very much for your like. Thank you very much for your comment. And I hope to see you soon. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to tell other people about this crazy guy over here in Europe tasting whiskey you'll never see or hardly ever see, often with things you can maybe buy. Bye-bye.